I'm live. I'm here. Better late than never. 3 minutes to go. I told you it'd be close. To anyone who watched my live streams over the last couple of days, I told you it'd be close. Honestly, I've just had the greatest wee of my life. Hello. Hannah, just quickly come on the camera. People always want to see you, but you never actually come on. There she is.
Hi. Where do I look?
In there.
I've got tomatoes for you.
Oh, thank you. Lovely. Just in time. Oh my god, that was literally horrific. I've already driven like 4.5 hours today, but we got back just in time. Goodness. Anyway, how are we all doing? Good to see you all. We're just starting. Well, the coverage is just beginning now. But anyway, hope we're all well. Thank you. Hello, Boris, Ryan, Farrell, Freddie. Good to see you, mate. Henrik, Mate, Panny, D-Rose, Pancake Games, Gangster Bird, Teddy, Cyber, Creeper, Anton, Mad Plane Spotting, Toby, Leon, George, Pacey, Pillen, 50-50 Bread, Logan Allen, team member, love it. Chica Army, love it. Hello, how are we all doing? Marco Daly, Franz 7, Arthur Lopez, just a fan. Taylor 0. Hello everyone. How are we all doing? So there's not much of a delay actually. About 15-second delay. They're just waffling. We haven't started yet. Yes. So what do we think? Well, obviously I can't hear all of your opinions on what you think is going to happen in quality today. But of course, as always, and good thing I prepared these assets last night and got it all set up in Streamlabs. So I didn't have to worry about setting it all up. So, well, I'm pretty sure I updated these assets anyway. So as I click onto my predictions, boom, there we go. So I've elected to go with, rather than just 3, because the top 3, it's just going to be Hamilton, Bottas, Vettel, isn't it, every week? So I've gone with top 5. That's my predictions. Lewis, obviously P1. I heard on the radio, because again, I've had no time to consume any F1 today up until this point. I heard he went top. He went quickest in FP3. So look, it's going to be Lewis in it. He's going to put it P1, and I think Valtteri P2. As much as Max as the Red Bulls have looked all right, I think that Mercedes power is going to do bits. I'm saying Sergio's going to split the Red Bulls and Mercedes. That's what I'm saying. No, Beth, it's not Fall Guys for once. I've been streaming a lot of Fall Guys over the last couple of days. Hello, Minton. You all right, mate? Do you want to... Minton, come on. Oh, the Haas are the first 2 out. They always seem to be the first 2 out, the Haas. Minton, come over here. People want to see you, mate. Come on. I know if I go and grab him, he's just going to run away because he wants to play. Come here. He's just watching me. Right, stay. Here we go. Good boy. Good boy. Here he is. The boy wonder. Minton the miniature. Hello, mate. How are you? Look at the camera. There we go. There's everyone watching. Minton is here, yes. Minton is here in the flesh. Mwah. When we got out, we parked in the car park, jumped out, and as I put him down, he kind of twisted and then did a full barrel roll on the floor of the car park, and the car park is well dusty, so he was just white. Part of him was just covered in dust. Bless him. But he's all good. Oh, mate, Freddie, thank you for the tenner. You're far too good to me, Freddie. What are you saying? Let's hope qualifying is epic. Both Ferraris look like they are going out in Q1. Well, yeah, in practice, I don't know what the deal was in FP3. I do not know. So I'm going to have a butch in a bit. But first and foremost, because as always, live timings with Mr. Cranky Yankees, amazing little live timing thing. I just need to get that set up now. So I will do that as we just started Q1. So there's only a couple of Haas out on track. So we're not missing anything as of yet. Right, so K-Mag, just get this all set up. Best gap. Okay, I think that. So if I go to the live timings currently, there we go. Right, so let me give me a minute. I just need to get this all cropped in. I think I can make that a bit bigger. Boom, there we go. And then if I hold Alt, don't mind me, just fiddling around with this and bring that up. There we go, that looks good. So you got your position. This will come up with the position. This is their number, the driver number, name, kind of acronym for them. Their best time will be here, and their gap will be there. All right. All good. All good as always. Again, thank you. Props to Cranky Yankee. If you haven't heard of Cranky Yankee, you need to hear about him because he is the greatest American YouTuber when it comes to F1 on the scene. Minton was chewing on the doorstop again. If you put the doorstops under, he can't get to him. Oh, brilliant. Minton P1, I agree. I think Minton. Hello, Grayson from Houston, Texas. Welcome. Oh, Alan McDonald, appreciate that, mate. 5 Aussie dollars. He's slick. He's quick. He's Danny. Someone said what? Someone said they thought I was gay. They're disappointed. Oh, I'm sorry. You're still allowed to fancy me. It's all good. Oh, I wasn't too pleased by that one. Anyway, so loads of time in Q1, so we can just have a little chat. It's all good. Oh, Guy, thank you for the £2, mate. Mate, yeah, Chadwick Boseman. That's mad. I had no idea that he had cancer. Crazy. I know he didn't talk about it, but I don't even know if it was public knowledge or not. Crazy times. Hello, Zero Canal. Nice to see you here, pal. Team member, friend of Tommo, as always. All right, so Grosjean goes P1. There we go. End the session. Done. Finished. Finito. Cool. Okay, we're good. I think we're looking good. Adam Mee, what's your fantasy team saying? I haven't looked at it, Adam, because I'm having a shocker, and this always happens with Fantasy League. I used to do Football One a lot, and I don't bother anymore because it just wind me up. Oh yeah, K-Mag went very wide there, but I think they still count at the time. Yeah, it just winds me up because I just consistently fail. So there you go. Taylor, Tommo, now you're on Twitch. Do you thinking of getting a sim anytime soon? Probably not, to be honest. I think in terms of Twitch streaming, because I do have a Twitch channel, so feel free to check it out if you want. I've just been playing Fall Guys on it. But I'd like to play some of the old like Need for Speed games and all that. As you can tell, there's not much going on, hence why I'm just waffling about nonsense. But yeah, I'd like to play some of the old Need for Speed games, maybe the old Gran Turismo games, just because the nostalgia, man. I'd love to play through every single Need for Speed, like from Underground through, because that's where I picked up the series, from the first Need for Speed Underground. Play it through. Oh, Logan, thanks for the $2, buddy. Does this make you a simp? Pretty much, mate. But there you go. It's fine. It's cool, man. You're allowed to simp me. It's all good. That one guy, Hard Summer, we're going to see some redesigns. At some point, when it's more topical, for sure, man. When it's Guy Aldridge. Guy, you weren't here at the start, bruv. You're asking where the quality predictions are. Let's get the quality predictions back on screen, mate. Let's get the quality predictions back on screen. This is what I'm saying for qualifying. I'm saying Lewis P1, obviously. Valtteri P2. Fair. Sergio P3. I'm saying Mercedes top 3. And then Max and Alex. That's what I'm saying. That's my shout for this. It's impossible to know how much performance Red Bull are actually going to be able to extract relative to Mercedes, because you just don't know who was running what in free practice. But it was looking promising, but I still think that Racing Point have always done well at Spa, and they've got a great power unit in the back of it, and again they've got last year's Mercedes, so happy days. Matthew Coward, when's your merch coming out, fella? Oh, merchandise, no, but trust me, like maybe next year, something will come out next year. That's the aim. That's the plan. Creep and meme are saying naughty word. No, all the naughty words are saved for Twitter. Okay. It's funny how sometimes I pronounce it Twitter, and sometimes I pronounce it Twitter. I think when I'm on Twitch, I'd say Twitter. You know what I mean? Because I'm a bit more a bit more loose, a bit loosey-goosey. Taylor, cheeky sticker, maybe a T. Well, you'll see. You'll have to see. You will have to see. Anyway, still not much has gone on. I mean, Max has punched in a P one time, but there's only 3 drivers who have set time so far. Let's jump back to the live timings. Don't need my predictions anymore. Super Max doing what he does. Petition to give Guy Aldridge moderator. Guy, if you want to be, mate, Guy, you're a true G, all right? You're a true member, okay, of the chat. If you want to be a moderator, just let me know, and you can have that. You're welcome to it, buddy. Let's have a look. How can Gio be the biggest letdown? Well, I just think he will have a really poor qualifying. I see him being plumb last, and I think that should be a letdown. You know what I mean? That should be considered a letdown. But anyway, the times are rolling in now. Carlos, Max, Pierre, Esteban, Sergio, Lando, Daniel, Georgie Boy, Charles, Nicholas, Seb, Roman and Kev have all set times. Ricardo as well coming in going P1. I mean, to tell you what, Danny Rick is a shout for top 5 here today. To be fair, I think without question. Alex punches in a time decent. Only 1/100th behind Max. Not bad. That's what we want to see. Alex has said he's felt a bit more comfortable with the car this weekend, so the signs are looking promising, but we will see. Pretty much everyone's set a time now, apart from Lancey boy, and obviously Lewis Lewis just goes a second quicker than Max, just because it's what Lewis does in his Mercedes. Honestly, that car's a joke. That car is a joke. Yeah, what's everyone saying in terms of predictions? Who do we think's going out? List your 5 drivers to go out this session. I think Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Grosjean, Latifi, and Vettel? Oh, no. It's purely because the Ferrari is dead. By the looks of it, the Ferrari is brown town. But I think he might struggle to get through Q1, and that's not what he deserves better, man. He definitely deserves better. Both Ferraris. How did the Ferraris? I need to look at the FP3 timings because obviously I didn't have time to check because I was driving. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the old FP3. FP. They don't even call it FP3 anymore, do they? They just call it P3, and I'm like, that just sounds like confusing because that's where we put positions wise. Right, just give me a list. There we go. FP3 classification. Oh my God, Seb was last. And Charles was 17th. Raw. Mate. Oh man, that's shit. That is shit. Oh, actually, I do. I forgot I do swear on streams, but I'll try and keep it to a minimum. But I think that deserves it because that's mad. Plum last. Wow. How can? Surely there's more to it than just nerfing the engine. Surely, because Haas and Alfa are using the same engine, so that chassis must just be very, very mediocre. It's insane. It's actually insane. The drop off is ridiculous. When you think Charles won this race last year, and now it'd be lucky to get in terms of I don't know. When have we seen a plummet like that before? When have we seen an absolute drop off just like that gone over like one season from a team winning races to not bottom of the pile, but I'd say bottom of the midfield for sure. I think Charles has been doing bits to keep them in a solid position. But yeah, we'll see. We will see, ladies and gentlemen. Williams, yeah, I suppose Williams. It's mad. Also, by the way, to anyone, I'm going to also stream the F2 feature race after this. So I'll end this stream and set up a new one for anyone who's interested in doing a watch along for the F2 feature race, because that should be good fun. Because I'm loving the F2. Did a little quali live stream, didn't I, yesterday? So that was good fun. Right. Anyway, five and a bit minutes on the session left. We've got Lewis, Valtteri, Max, Daniel, Carlos, Alex, Lance, Pierre, Esteban, Sergio, Lando, Daniel, George, Charles, Antonio, Nicholas, Kevin, Kimi, Seb, and Roman. So Roman, Sebastian, yeah. That's literally the bottom that I counted, apart from Giovinazzi, to be fair, P15. But it looks like everyone's going to put another time in, so... Oh, it'll be good to see. Anyway, I've got some nice... cherry tomatoes. Look at these, boom. I love a cherry tomato. Tastes like nature, mate. Lovely. Bichal, Ferrari move, not good signs for Carlos Sainz. No, indeed. Yeah, man. I think grass ain't always greener. I mean, look, I think it will be a struggle for next year with Ferrari, but with 2022, Ferrari have the infrastructure to, make a good car with the whole that's their chance, man. They need to take that chance. They need to take that opportunity because, my word, in this current guise, that Ferrari is dead. Kenny Pats, I'm faster than Ferrari in my Hyundai. Well, the reason I read out your comment, if I could, realistically, if I could pick any manufacturer to have an F1 team, I'd go for Hyundai. Why? Well, because Hyundai have got a bit of a... They make good cars now. They make solid cars, but their brand is still... You still think of them... At least in the UK, they're not thought of in the best regard. They're not thought of in terms of quality because their first cars were pretty rubbish. But getting into somewhere like F1, you look at like Mercedes, how Mercedes used to be like old man cars, and now every drug dealer's got an A-class, you know what I mean? Oh, literally. I say that wearing a Stone Island polo. I promise I'm not a drug dealer. Anyway. Why was Leclerc not fined after last race for not wearing a seatbelt for a whole lap? It's a good point. I don't know. I mean, surely they FIA have to come down hard on stuff like that because that could have been. Come on, we all know what happened at Spa last year. Safety has to be paramount. It has to be taken so seriously. And imagine if something had happened with Charles there. Like the drivers will take those risks, but the sport should not allow that to be a thing. You know what I mean? Here we go. Rick Ran, I'd like to see Toyota back. I'd love to see Toyota back, man. That beautiful livery, that red and yellow, red and white, gorgeous. Everyone's gone out in Q1, and there's a bit of a traffic jam going on here. We've got an AlphaTauri at the front of it, and who's that behind the AlphaTauri? Because everyone wants a tow. This is it. This is Spa, man. Like this happens at Monza, but Spa as well. You know what I mean? Right, one of the Hasses is going for it. Ooh, Charles went on the move past. Was that past Pierre or was that past? I think it was past Daniel. So getting a bit. Kvyat's having a complaint. Kvyat's having a bit of a complaint on the old radio, which I don't blame him, to be fair, because it is a bit of a... We're literally getting almost Monza scenes, but at least everyone's actually set a lap. So, but yeah, Vettel is big risk here. Grande risk. And he looks like he's he's ahead of a racing point. Oh, Sebastian, man, come on. Come on. Still warming tyres. And Vettel's at like the front of a bit of a train here. I won't know that's Charles. It's showing Vettel in the bottom, but then it shows Charles on screen. Yeah, no, Charles is at the front of the train, but then you've got Sebastian who's at the front of a little train behind that train and getting caught into another train. Here we go though. Charles is going for it. It looks like everyone should get round. Yeah, everyone should get round. You've got who's that Mercedes right at the back? There's a Mercedes just chilling at the back, not even going to bother setting a lap time. What's the point? The Mercedes boys are comfortable, but Charles is going again. Charles is P14, so he is at risk, and he's got no toe, which we know a toe is about half a second at least here. And he's already 3 temps down. Shit. If we lost both Ferraris, wow. If we lost both Ferraris, that would be mad. Dacia would be a great team. I mean, we know James May would be a big fan, don't we? That would be sick. Infinity, so it could be Renault versus Infinity. There you go. Well, you got the Renault, because Infinity is part of Nissan, isn't it? And Renault and Nissan have, there's a relationship there, hence the Infinity on the Renault. It's like the Renault Mitsubishi Nissan Alliance, or isn't it? Something like that? Oh no, it's something like that. It's something like that. There's like, yeah. Come on, Latifi and Gio. Sikabliat, it's Kvyat. Indeed. Right, time should start rolling in soon. Time should start. Keep an eye, ladies and gentlemen, on that leaderboard. It's going to start changing. It's going to start moving left, right and centre. Ooh, what's going on? I don't think Charles improved. My feed is delayed from this. Charles did not improve at all. Here we go. Seb improved. Goes faster than Charles. Charles P15. Oh my words. The Ferraris are on the edge, but I think they're all right. They're all coming through. It doesn't look like anyone's improving. Apart from Seb. Seb did what he had to do. The Ferraris have scraped through by the looks of it. By the skin of their teeth. Jeez. Charles was less than 0.1 of a second ahead of Gimme. Wow. But look at how tight that is though. Like, not being funny. That's mad. That's crazy. But Russell gets through. That's what he does. K-Mag plumb last. So K-Mag was L of the day by the looks of it. Because I said Gio, but to be fair, he beat K-Mag and he beat Nicholas. But Kevin must have had... Oh, here we go. There's a bit of a replay on Kevin. Oh, yeah, he went well wide into the gravels. Managed to keep it going for Kevin. Yeah, just snap of oversteer there. Going through La Sauce. I don't know the corner names. Oh, God, he almost just understeered into the barrier, but he managed to keep it going. Mate, Leclerc is a lucky boy. But they're through. I feel like Ferrari just need to prioritise, like, bin off Q2, man. Just take the L on Q2 and just have a good tyre strat. Like, honestly, it's mad. But yeah, Pierre Gasly P4. Fair play. Smashed it. It's pretty tough. When you look from Max in P3, I mean, look, Mercedes are in a different league, aren't they? In Max 43-2, essentially, down to Alex 43-4, and that's 3rd to 10th. All 0.2 of a second, so it is very, very close. Again, it's Q1, so you can't read too much into it, but yeah. What's the gap between Latifi and Russell? It was about half a second between Latifi and Russell. Yeah. But Georgie boy splits the Ferrari. You got a little George Russell sandwich between the two Ferraris there. Fair play, Georgie boy. Let's go back to let's see how my predictions are looking. I think you can't really give Gio L of the day because he was ahead of Latifi and Magnussen. So fair play. I mean, Gasly putting it P4 in Q1. That's pretty decent. But in terms of the top 5, that's still looking pretty. I mean, Sergio was only P9 but it's Q1, so you know, you can't really take too much from the positions in Q1. But look at Mercedes, man. Look at the Mercedes timings. It's mad. It's literally crazy. I'm doing a little side by side with Anthony Davison here between 2019 and 2020. Even just be fair. They're just showing the difference in. I guess this will be in. I wonder if they changed the filter on that camera because they look like two different shades of red. Oh mate, the 2019 car is so much quicker. On that main straight, it's not even comparable. Ferrari brakes. Whoa, that's mad. The Ferrari's getting to the. Jeez. Ferrari's getting to the curb to brake, and in the 2019 car, and in the 2020 car, you can't even see the curb. It's so far up the road. That's a good second. Maybe a bit more than a second. The difference, insane. Hello, Ferrickson. Good to see you, pal. Hello, Vincent, Gabrielle, Azel, Wessel, Logan again, Prince of the Underground, Taylor, Nick. There you go. Good to see you all. But yeah, Q2 it is. Again, we lose Kevin Magnussen, Nicholas Latifi, Antonio Giovinazzi, Romain Grosjean, and Kimi Räikkönen. Charles Leclerc squeezes through by the skin of his teeth. Georgie Boy Russell. Gotta rate it. Gotta rate George. Doing bits in that Williams. What is he? How many sessions in a row has he got through, or how many sessions this year has he got through Q1? I feel like the numbers are pretty good. Seb, 13. I mean, again, better than Charles, but still, both them Ferraris did not get through by much. You got Lando. I guess the rest of them, like whatever, like Lando, Esteban, Alex, Sergio, Carlos, Daniel, Lance, Pierre. Right, see, look at that fucking little Daniel Kvyat, little P6, Pierre Gasly, little P4, Alpha Tauri. Not bad. Max P3. And then obviously, yeah, Valtteri Lewis. I think my P1 Lewis, P2 Valtteri is looking pretty safe right now. Not going to lie. I mean, well, obviously that could be in a different order, couldn't they? But there you go. Jack 3, where do you guys think the Renaults will end up? Well, everyone answer in the chat. I think part of me is like, I should have really put them higher in my predictions, but I've made those predictions now, so I'm not going to change them. But that Renault engine, I think Renault have been quietly doing bits and improving that. You got to remember that they're powering the McLaren still, and the McLaren's been getting some banging performances. You know, that final lap at Austria, where Lando put it scenario 7 and smashed it, that was Renault powered. You know what I mean? That was Renault powered. P1 Lando. Imagine P1 Lando. The scenes. No, it's not going to... Mercedes, they're just too good. They're just too good, Mercedes. Anyway, more cherry tomatoes. Microphone. Hello. That's the thing, not everyone can get a toe. That's the thing at Spa. Not everyone can get a toe. There's always got to be someone out the front. No one wants to be there. But I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's just recency bias, but I feel like the toe's been a bigger thing recently. Also, I feel like I should do a video. Should I do a video on why Mission Winnow still aren't on the Ferrari? Because I've got a very good idea why. But if that's something people would like to see, because we haven't seen Mission Winnow at all on the Ferrari this year, and oh no, I just squashed the. I just squashed it in my hand. Grim. Yeah, we haven't seen. It hasn't been, because obviously last year certain countries like Australia wouldn't allow it anyway because they're super strict over tobacco sponsors, and it's not a tobacco sponsor, but it kind of is. But I've got a pretty good idea why it's not on there. But anyway, guy with the £2 again. Thank you, buddy. Q2, both Ferraris. Russell, Kvyat, Ricciardo. Ricciardo, really interesting. You think Ricciardo will go out? Well, the thing is, the racing points should be pretty safe because the Mercedes power. You got to expect the Red Bulls to both get through as well, and obviously Lewis and Valtteri. So those other 4 spots, I think Pierre will get one of them. Who am I thinking? I think both Ferraris be out. I think both Ferraris going to be out Q2, and then I think I'm going to say Russell. Yeah, Russell. I'm going to say Carlos, and I'm going to say Lando. Soz McLaren, but that's what I'm thinking. But we'll see. Who do we think for pole? I mean, come on, it's Lewis, isn't it? Let's quickly jump back to my old predictions. These are my predictions that I made. Made this little graphic last night. Lewis P1, Valtteri P2, Sergio P3, Max P4, and Alex P5. Remains to be seen, but Mercedes is going out on mediums for Q2. Classic Mercedes. Verstappen's gone medium. Alex has gone soft, so they're splitting the strategy on Red Bull. It seemed like pretty much everyone else was on softs, but it's come off the thing now, so I can't see, which is great. Masvita, do you think Binotto will get fired at the end of the season? Well, I did a video, didn't I, on Mattia. Clearly, from a technical point of view, he knows what he's talking about. He's been part of Ferrari since the early 2000s. He was Rubens Barrichello's engine engineer, I believe. And he was an inherent part of the team when they were slapping it up, you know what I mean? So he clearly, I believe in his ability from a technical standpoint. Should he be a team principal? That's debatable. And I think that's where things have come unstuck a little bit. But there you go. C. Smith, Tommo, where in the UK are you from? Have a guess. Where do you think? Where do you think I'm from? This lap is so long. I think there'll be this is a long lap. Bahrain oval, noval, because it's not actually an oval, is going to feel strange because that's going to be well sub a minute, I reckon, comfortably sub a minute. Manchester, Liverpool. I ain't from Liverpool, mate. Alright, calm down. Clinton Stanley, who are they? I can do an alright scouse. No. You look like coming from Leeds. Nah. That's Yorkshire, mate. Yorkshire. Northerner. I don't know. I ain't no scouser. Birmingham. That's where I was at today, actually. Drove up, near Birmingham. Very near to Silverstone, actually, I went today. Here we go. Lap times are creeping in as we go. 10 minutes left on Q2, so I guess these are just kind of banker laps for everyone. Stroll and Perez quite down the order. Quite surprised they're not a bit further up. Still waiting on a few more lap times. Well, one more from George. Yum. Have a look at those Renaults. Danny Rick, P4. Esteban Ocon, P5. Renault. Going to have a strong end to this year. It's mad though, isn't it? Because they were really bad last weekend. But then the weekend before that, they were really good. And now they seem to be really good again. So, me no. Yes, I'm from Romford, by the way. As many of you who have mentioned in the comments, who obviously already know and remember. Big up, Guy. I know you're a Villa fan, Guy, okay? And again, you're welcome. You owe it to West Ham being in the Premier League, mate. We let you off on that one. Anyway, yeah. Seb and Charlie, well down the order. George hasn't set a time yet. Will he bother? Or will they just say, maybe Williams have got a... They're not going to bother because how likely are they to... Oh, here we go. We get a Seb replay here. What's up? What's he done? Oh, he almost lost the back there and then went wide on the little right-left kink after the long straight. I don't know the corner names, so, we'll see. But anyway, banker times are in. Renault's looking strong, very strong. Ricardo is less than, is 14 hundredths of a second behind Max in a Renault. And Ocon's pretty much on par as well. That's crazy. Renault have unlocked a little. They needed to. Catalunya, Renault had their, was it new owner or like new Renault boss there, and they had a shocker. Should have saved them from for this weekend when they're actually doing bits. Mad. Good to see though, because I felt like we were losing Renault a bit out of the battle, and they've kind of been thereabouts, but not quite there. So it's good to see that they're stepping up. Again, they're just going about their business, doing bits, and credit where credit's due. Hopefully they can convert it into a decent, because I'd love to see Renault up in the top 5. You know what I mean? I'd love to see it. Let's see how the old chat's going. Scroll down to the old bottom of the chat. That's what I mean, Gasly. Gasly is on it in the AlphaTauri. He clearly, that's what I mean, that stint at Red Bull was not representative of his ability. Because if you're in a car that you're comfortable in, you'll often do better than a car that's technically faster, but you're not comfortable in. And I think that's the problem Alex is having as well. There's no smoke without fire, and for it to happen to both of them, what the hell? Charles' rear wheels tyres just went all weird. But anyway, got about 6 minutes left in the session in Q2. Again, Lewis is up top, obviously. Valtteri P2, and those are laps on medium tyres. Then Max P3, Daniel Ricciardo P4, Esteban Ocon P5, Alex Albon P6, Pierre Gasly P7, Lando Norris P8, Carlos Sainz P9, Daniel Kvyat P10, Lance Stroll P11, Sergio Perez P12, Sebastian Vettel P13, Charles Leclerc P14, and Georgie Russell P15 with no time. So, yeah, and the Ferraris look well off as well. They look well off. Well off. Damn. That engine, man. That engine. Yeah, and yeah, good shout in the chat. Max set that time on mediums as well. I hope the gap, because look, the gap between Max and Valtteri is 0.3 here, so that's a bit more like it. But again, this is only Q2. Oh, it's got chilly in here all of a sudden. Ooh. Anyway. I've been talking to your answer phone. Actually, what I might do now. Actually, should I? Laptop's running a bit hot. I need to knock up my little graphics for the F2 race. But let me just double check what time that actually. What time does the F2 race start? Anyone tell me? Because obviously, every time you type F2 into Google, you get the twatty F2 freestylers. 1 hour, 8 minutes to the feature race. Okay. So it starts at 3:45 UK time. Is that right? 4:45? I think so. Oh, it actually says it. Yeah. Oh, 4:45. But is that... Oh, that's track time. Yeah, 4:45. 4:45 Belgian time. 4:45 UK time. That's loads of time for me to knock up the old air. So I'll do the same as this. I don't believe Cranky Yankee, his timings have the capacity for F2. So it will just be my old mush you'll have on stream if you want to watch along with the F2 afterwards. Tila, F2 is actually better than F1 at the moment for racing. 100% agree. 100% agree. The F2 is sick. I'm loving it this year. Definitely. Honestly, if you haven't watched F2 before, give it a go. After this race, give it a go. Make this your first. You know? Make this your first race. I'm sure there'll be a nice little tribute to Antoine as well. But yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good to see. Be good to see everyone getting on over there. Alex has spotted the Stony. Yes, Max. This is actually Alex. Sorry, I just called you Max. I just saw the X and thought Max straight away. It's actually a bit small for me now. I need to get a. I should have got a large, but I bought it. I had this. Actually, did I buy this myself? Or, no, I had it bought for me. It was a gift. A couple of years ago. So I used to work at a store that sold Stone Island. So I got a naughty little discount. It's lovely. Creeper, if you were Claire Williams, would you rather have Latifi or Kubica partnering Russell for 2021? Well, Kubica's at Alfa Romeo now, isn't he? And by the sounds of it, that relationship got a bit sour towards the end. So I don't see Kubica returning. And I think, look, I think Latifi's been doing a better job than people give him credit for. Yes, he's been quite a bit off George, but I do think George is a proper talent, and I think George is extracting everything out of that car, and he's got that year experience that Nicholas doesn't have. So I'm not, I think Nicholas will come good and be able to deliver solid results going forward, but it's just that car's still well off the pace, isn't it? But anyway, 2 minutes to go. Sergio's out on track. Here we go. Sergio Perez is on a quick lap. Vroom. They do need to improve. Both the racing points need to improve. Russell's not going to bother setting a time, I don't think. Perez is slightly up, but not by much. So where's he losing all his time? Stroll's well up. Stroll's a quarter of a second up. He's done a purple first sector. Go on, Lance. I think Russell definitely is going to be out. I don't think he's going to bother setting a time. Leclerc and Vettel, I think they're pretty much definitely going to be out. That is mad. That is mad how an agreement between Ferrari and the FIA can nerf Ferrari from P1 to P14. It's insane. It's insane. Sorry, P13, P14, you know what I mean. Madness. Perez is 0.2 up on his time. So it looks like there is pace left in the track. So we've got Daniel Kvyat, Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon, Ocon, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Bottas, Hamilton. Kvyat's at risk. Right, here we go. Times are going to start rolling in now. Yep. Racing points both improve. Right, they're coming through thick and fast now. Kvyat and Pierre have both... Yeah, so Kvyat's improved. Pierre hasn't improved. Albon goes P3. I'm happy with that. I'll take that, Alex. Love it. Things we love to see. As long as you get through, mate. I just want you in Q3, baby. That's all I want. Lando's looking dangerous. Ooh, I think Lando's out. Yep. Looks like Lando's out. So I made that call. Both AlphaTauris. I'm surprised. Gasly wasn't able to improve. Fair play. Daniel's beating him in qualifying. And it's been pretty... Oh, Max has pulled right over there. What's gone on? That's a bit unusual. Was he just... Oh, I think he was just getting out of Alex's way. Oh, Lewis... Well, again, it doesn't matter. What's the point? Like, Lewis didn't even need to set a lap, bruv. You could have just walked round and you'd have been fine. So, we lose both Ferraris. No surprise. We lose both AlphaTauris, which is a bit of a surprise. If you ask me, I'm surprised Pierre didn't get through. But I think we've come to expect him to massively outperform that car. So I think, that is probably where that... Oh, Charles, there's not much more I can do. Quoting the lad. There's not much more I can do. P13, 14. Ferrari. Grazie, no Gatsy. I think that's the term, isn't it? Lando squeezes through by... What's the gap? Oh, gap Lando to Daniel was 8/1000ths of a second. Tight. But enough. Enough to make it count. Anyway. I don't know if Gasly tried a second time or... because Gasly was only 2300ths from qualifying. I'm not sure if Gasly tried to set a second time or not, or just saved the tyres. But yeah, Kvyat, Gasly, Leclerc, Vettel, Russell all out in Q2. No surprises, really, which is mad to say when both Ferraris go out in Q2. But it looks like that practice pace was indicative of actual quali pace, which is mad. That's mad. Oh, Ferrari. Oh, Ferrari. How the mighty have fallen. Mad. And again, you got to say, an engine nerf, all right, fine. But for them to be still so far down, their chassis must be straight up mediocre. I mean, to be fair, the nose on that Ferrari looks about as wide as my forehead, which is pretty big. So they haven't like gone with the skinny. You know, you got the nice little skinny nose on the Red Bull and the Renault, Mercedes, and obviously Racing Point. Obviously, they've got the nice skinny one that kind of goes out a little bit. Ferrari's just like ruler, lovely, bosh. We'll have just a big lump of cheese on the front there. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, Alex P for it. I'm not getting too excited because it's only Q2, but we'll see. Both racing points will have pace in this last round, and both Renaults as well. That's the thing. We've got both Mercedes, both Red Bulls, both McLarens, both Renaults, and both racing points, which is about right. I think they're the five best teams. So, these are good tomatoes, man. Sometimes I wonder where Mattia got his... Listen, Mattia, again, reiterate, from a technical standpoint, he's been part of Ferrari's success for a long time. The early mid-2000s success. I don't think it's fair to question Mattia's technical understanding, but he's not able to focus on the technical side of that car because he's a team principal. And there's all the other stuff that comes with that role. Like, there's a reason, like, Toto's not a mechanic, you know, yet he's a great team principal. Christian Horner goes nowhere near the development of the car, but he's a good team principal. You know what I mean? So, oh, Mattia. Having a bad. Anyway, oh man, I'm cold. I'm chilly. I've got a jumper on, but the jumper doesn't. No. I'm gonna hold it out. We're good. I might turn this light up actually. If I turn that light up, because this light gets quite warm, and then I'll turn the ISO down on the old camera, so I'm not quite so blown out. There we go. Lovely jubbly. It's just what we want to see. How are we all doing, everyone? Man's not hot. Man is not hot, Black Phantom. You're not wrong there, mate. Freezing in Amsterdam, Rambler. Oh, mate, Amsterdam is so cold. Because of them bloody canals you got there, man. It's just like the breeze is just ridiculous. I love Amsterdam, though. I love Amsterdam. Definitely would like to maybe live in Amsterdam for a few months. Me and Hannah have been talking about it. Maybe. We'll see. Zero Canal. Effing hot here in Malaysia. I can imagine, mate. I've never been to Malaysia. I've been to Singapore, which are those same part of the world, you know what I mean? In terms of climate, it's not massively different. Yeah, that intense sticky heat, humidity like mad. Abhishek, humid and flooding here in India. I don't envy you, mate. I shouldn't be complaining, man, because it could be a lot worse here. Pranshu, I just feel sad for Vettel. Same. That's the thing. The fact that they're both there, you know, they're both... Ferrari is just it's crazy to me how significant the drop is. It's not even just a little bit. Like, I know it's close in the midfield, but Ferrari were well ahead of the midfield last year. You know, yes, Mercedes dominated all in all, but as we know, it was their naughty engine that got them nerfed. But there you go. Ellis, have you ever watched BTCC? I used to watch BTCC quite a bit back in the day. The old Matt Neal, Jason Plato days. I don't know if Jason Plato still does it. I think he's just hanging around forever, Jason. But yeah, I used to love a bit of BTCC back in the day. And I remember one of my first racing games was Toka Touring Car Championship. Which one? It was one that had like the Nissan Primera, like the white one with the blue and red on it. It had the Laguna, which was it green and yellow? The Ford Mondeo with the blue and the silver. That was such a sick game, man. I loved that. I'd like to play that on stream. Actually, that'd be good fun to play on stream. And I'm sure, like the graphics, I've got. Have you know? I don't know if anyone listening has noticed. Like, if you, we've got a new member. Welcome, Alec, to Friends of Tommo. Appreciate that, pal. Thank you for the support. Very kind of you. £2 a month. Bosh. Lovely job. Anyway, Q3 starting. Minton's rubbing his bum on the carpet. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? He does it when that ears go back. You know that he like wants something, and then they come forward when he's being really cute. What are you doing? Eh? What do you want? You're just gonna stare at me. Fine, cool. Do what you want, bruv. Do what you want. Anyway, Q3 has begun. Outlaps are on. Looks like there's a McLaren hunting down a Mercedes for a bit of a tow, which makes sense. That's a good shout. If you want a tow from any car, make sure it's a Mercedes, even though you probably won't be able to keep up on the straight line. Steve PSHK, Ricardo for third row. I mean, could even be better. Them Renaults are looking straight fire. You know what I mean? They're looking decent. Involved in it, what other forms of motorsport do you watch? Honestly, not much. F2. I watched a lot of the F2, but other than that in the week, I don't really. If I had the like, I watch it if it's on, but like if I had the time, I really enjoy rally. I love rally. I'd love to see some rally in real life. I mean, when me and Hannah went to Australia, we went to where is it? They hold the Australian rally. What's it called? Is it Coffs Harbour? I think it's Coffs Harbour. But we went there and they had like signs for it and that, which is cool. You should give IndyCar a chance. I did actually watch the Indy 500. Old Takuma securing the W. Great success. Love to see it. I feel like I could get into Indy. Honestly, I'll put this on Twitter. I think the Indy cars, right? The Indy cars in their Indy 500 form with the tiny wings look butters. I think they look grim. I'm not a fan. But each their own. I think with the bigger wing, which I believe they run the bigger... I don't even know. I believe they run a bigger wing, right? In the other more traditional racetrack races. But yeah, I actually, to be fair, I did enjoy that. I did enjoy Indy 500. But obviously part of that is the ceremony of it. But anyway, Lewis is on a quick lap. So P1, here we come. Let's quickly, before we get into there, let's jump back to my predictions. So I'm saying... Oh, Minton's barking. That's good. That's good. That's great. So Lewis P1, Valtteri P2, Sergio P3, Max P4, Alex P5. Biggest surprise, I mean, Gasly's out in Q2, so that's a good surprise to me, but not in a good way, obviously. Giovinazzi wasn't the biggest letdown either. I think K-Mag was that. So those predictions are dead. But anyway, let's get back to the live timings. Starting getting some laps in any second, should be, hopefully, because the delay is about 30 seconds. I don't know if you can hear Hannah singing in the background. And Lewis is about a minute into his lap as I am watching it on here. So that should pop up. There we go. 141, 451 for Lewis. Breaks into the 41s for the first time, as far as I've seen. Not party mode anymore, is it? Valtteri's half a second slower. Oh, Max is close. And then Lando's a second and a half back from Max, so he must have had an issue. Definitely. They're coming in. Right, Daniel Ricciardo splits Valtteri and Max. Rah. Then Alex is 0.2 behind Max. That's pretty decent. And then Esteban, 42.4. Daniel's going to be up there. I feel it. I feel Daniel's definitely going to be up there. That is a banging little time he's put in. Almost took Valtteri, which is mad. You got to think there's time in Valtteri. Surely he can close that gap a bit. But there you go. We're looking at almost said Lance P1, Lewis P1. 141.451 for Lewis Hamilton. Valtteri Bottas 142.029. Daniel Ricciardo, obviously Lewis gets track record. Daniel Ricciardo P3 142.061. Max Verstappen P4 142.080. Alex Albon P5 142.264. So currently my prediction is spot on, apart from Ricciardo and Perez. Just be swapped and then I will spot on. But obviously we're going to get another lap. I'm sure we'll get another lap from everyone. There's still 6.5 minutes left on the session. So, but yeah, teeny gap. Yeah, looking at Ricciardo Bottas split. So Ricciardo gained 0.4 of a second on Bottas in the first sector, lost half a second in the second, recovered 1.5 tenths in sector 3, fractionally behind. I hope you're not hoovering now, Han. Do you want to see Hannah hoovering? Well, why are you getting the hoover out then? Trying to spoil my stream.
I'm hoovering in the lounge.
Don't do. Just wait. There's 6 minutes left on the session. Okay. This is what she does to me. She doesn't support the calls. She wants her own F1. No, you don't. You don't support the calls. You just come in here and turn your vacuum cleaner on. Twat. Anyway, 5.5 minutes on the session. It's not too long. And again, no one's. It's like this. Yeah, everyone's come back into the pit so far, so we've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. We're going to see replay from Valtteri's quick lap by the looks of it. Yeah, went pretty wide into the first corner. That's where he lost all his time to Daniel. So yeah, Valtteri will clean that up, I'm sure, and then comfortably go P2. No doubt about that. But yeah, I'm surprised the racing points are as low as they are. Sergio P8, Lance P9. Very surprising. The Renault has filled that gap that we expected the racing points to take. So there you go. Louis Scott mentioned me. Hello, Louis. You've been mentioned. Zane, my chin is wagging. Oh, is cool. Is that good or not? Luke HS. Oh my God, no way Lewis in P1. I can't believe it. Same. Shock horror. Kenny, I mean, if Vettel goes to Aston Martin, I don't think he'll immediately be contending for podiums, right? Well, no, but he'll probably be doing better than Ferrari. Which is true. It's true. Racing points quicker than Ferrari. Confirmed. Absolutely. Mate, yeah, sad times being a Ferrari fan. Very sad times. Very sad times. Yeah, mate, Danny boy, on fire. Mate, if Danny gets P3, I'll be so gassed for him. Love to see that. Love to see that. Lando had a really bad lap. So he's going to need to hook it up again. Well, there we go. Lewis is going out again. He's not settling. Never settle, as a OnePlus would say. Lewis is going out again for just under 4 minutes left on the session. Decent. Can we see? Sorry, Alec. We've already seen Minton. He's come and gone, mate. He's chilling with his mum now. You know what I mean? There we go. Max is coming out. Both the Red Bull boys. Looks like Alex is in front of Max, so Alex might give Max a little tow here, which would get Verstappen up to P3 and maybe even challenge Valtteri if Valtteri can't improve his lap. Valtteri's got the car, but he just made a mistake going into the first corner. Just did little locky up. Little locky. What happens to Ferraris, Bright Games? They went out in Q2. Yeah, I know. Not very good. Not very good at all. Rick is surprising. I think Rick is surprising everyone. Daniel Ricciardo. That Renault. Esteban Ocon P7 as well. Decent. Tommo, did you ever play F1 Challenge 99? No, you know what? I've never really played any F1 games. I played loads of racing games, like obviously the Gran Turismo games, touring car games, obviously Need for Speeds, all that. Amazing stuff, Midnight Club, all that. But I've never really played any F1 games. It's funny. I loved F1, but I don't know, for some reason I just never played the games. It's weird. Bright, I said your name correct. Oh, good. There you go. See, I try my best. Car number 3 on P3 would be awesome, mate. Danny Rick gets P3, I will be chuffed. So he's slotted in behind Esteban. I don't know if is Esteban going to give Danny a toe. I think he should. I think he should give Danny a toe, because if there's a chance of Danny Rick going P2, which again, if Valtteri doesn't improve, and Esteban gives Danny Rick a little toe, mate, Renault will be absolutely. They'll be throwing baguettes everywhere. It'll be great. Ricardo definitely wants that tattoo. Yeah, Ricardo's got a bet, hasn't he, with Cyril, that if he gets a podium, then he has to get a tattoo, or Cyril has to get a tattoo. I can't even remember. Did you hear that? Minton being a problem child. Anyway, Lewis is starting his quick lap. Always barking. Funny dog. Squirrel. No, I don't. I just see what you did there. I said it. He actually gets he goes mental when he sees a squirrel. Ryan, do you have another job? Yeah, I do. I freelance. I do freelance video and graphic design. So I do work. I'm not just YouTube. No. Imagine being Horner right now. I mean, look. I think Verstappen will beat Ricciardo, but I hope he doesn't. I hope Ricciardo keeps P3. But here we go. The timing should start rolling in very shortly. So Hamilton's improved. Valtteri's improved. It's going to be tough for anyone else to get that P2 now from Valtteri. That's a 0.3 of a gap between him and Danny Rick. Keep an eye on those timings, ladies and gentlemen. Max improves. Told you. Almost beat Valtteri. Ooh, close. Almost beat Valtteri there. Mad. Keep an eye on the timings. Should be coming through any second. If anyone else improves, that is. No guarantee. I don't even know who's out on track, to be honest. Yeah, Alex didn't improve. He must have made a mistake. Esteban improves, but okay, gets ahead of science. When I call you, you don't answer phone. No. Well, I think that's it. I don't see any more improvements coming in. I don't think Lando was able to improve by enough to beat Stroll. I'm surprised the racing points are 8 and 9. I thought they'd do better, but there you go. Lewis Hamilton takes P1. No surprise there, is it, really? No surprise there. Valtteri Bottas P2. By half a second as well. Half a second between Lewis and Valtteri. GG Lewis, mate. Smashed it. Max P3. Almost beat Valtteri. That's crazy. All things considered, like when you think Max is almost beating Valtteri there, that's a great performance by Max. He smashed it there. Danny Rick P4. Danny Rick P4. Danny Ricciardo P4. Everyone's chuffed by that, man. That's decent. Love that. Well done, Danny. Alex P5. Listen, what, 0.4? Yeah, 0.4 behind, or 0.5 behind Max. So the gap's still pretty big, but it's a 140 lap. So to be fair, you put that on a shorter track and it's like 0.2, 0.3. But P5, that's solid. Esteban P6, Renault, what a little result for Renault that is. You got Mercedes 1-2, Red Bull, Renault, Red Bull, Renault. Decent. Renault have turned up today. Hopefully they convert that into race pace because their race pace wasn't very good last week. So decent. And Carlos beats Lando in quali by over 0.2 of a second as well. Fair play, Carlos. He had a bit of a rocky start to this year, but he's coming through. And then Sergio 8, Stroll 9. Not much in it. Less than 0.1 of a second between the two racing points. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't do better. They got the Mercedes power units and they tend to do well. But mate, fair play. Oh, that's a nice. I like that. Rate that. Lewis does the old Wakanda forever. Rate that. And then Lewis and Lando P10. Lando P10, man. I mean, look, Lando's been consistent into Q3, but he has last couple of races he's struggled a little bit just to hook it up in quali. But there you go. Lewis P1, Valtteri P2, Max P3, Daniel Ricciardo P4, Alex Albon P5, Esteban Ocon P6, Carlos P7, Sergio P8, Lance Stroll P9, Lando Norris P10. Let's jump back to my predictions. So Lewis, tick, Valtteri, tick, Sergio, no. Max should have been P3. I should have just gone with a safe one, shouldn't I? But Daniel Ricciardo P4 up there. Alex I got to as well, tick. So 3 out of 5 correct. And Max is in there, just in the wrong place. So, you know, I'm not going to give myself too much credit for that because that's pretty safe. But there you go. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm now going to finish this stream and I'm going to set up an F2 stream. So for anyone who would like to watch the F2 feature race, that starts in about 40 minutes. So I'll probably start the stream in like half an hour. So keep an eye out if you want. And join me on there if you fancy. Yuki Tsunoda leading, hopefully converting from P1. Fingers crossed. Go on the Yuki. He's my lad. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time. Much love and respect. Already working on my video for next week as well. I've already filmed it. I've started editing it. So that's coming along quite nicely. So that should be out on Wednesday. But yeah. Ciao, everyone. Thank you for watching. And I will see you